Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Sonic the Hedgehog 2 Let's Play. We're now in Chemical Plant Zone, and this can be a really fun stage if you know how to abuse the physics. It can go really fast in this stage. And another thing, there's a few of the stages, there's a lot more stages in this game compared to the first one that allow you to go at high speed. I mean, just look here, look how fast I'm going. Well, for that little bit there, but it don't matter. The mechanics in this stage, they're not really much trouble in this stage. I've never had trouble with these guys. You can either get let's see, I think we'll see one here. Yep, there's those guys that shoot projectiles when you're close. But there's also these grabby enemies that lift you up and then they self-destruct. If you don't wiggle left, if you don't mash left and right on the control stick, you're gonna get hurt when it goes boom. Other obstacles, well, there are bottomless pits here, as well as these liquid jelly things. If you touch them, you will get hurt. But there's also the risk of drowning, because in the next act we'll see water in this stage. Or chemical... food coloured... purple coloured water. Let's call it like that. We'll call it that. I think we'll see it when we go down this slope here, yeah. We go down the slope, there's the water there. And then of course I abuse the physics to get up here for an extra life. If you didn't get down, if you didn't make that jump, or if you missed it, there's the grabby enemies. If you didn't get the required speed to get up there is another way, but it's a whole lot slower to get there. You have to use these rotating platforms. I think we'll just come up to one in a second. Yeah, down there, down here. Yeah. This, you'd have to ride these just to get up, back up to the main path to get up to carry on with the level. Now I'm coming down here because there's a special, there's a checkpoint, which means we're going to a special stage. And because I'm showing it, you know what that means. Spoilers, but I get it this time. This one can be quite hard if you don't know what you're doing. Just be very careful, as Tails is not. Make sure you don't do what Tails does and run into the bombs. Collect as... my tip for this stage, collect as many rings as you can. Because the rings will carry over to the other section, making the ring quota a little bit less tricky. Or more manageable, should we say. So in this one we're just swerving the bombs, getting the rings, as we've shown, as that appeared in an earlier special stage. That's the returning gimmick, but this gimmick that we're coming up to now is not. It's a unique one. Basically now, one side are rings, one side are bombs. You have to swerve each side, well, to each set of rings. See, as I'm doing here, see, look, I'm swerving to the left, then to the right, then to the left. I think we've got to stay to the left for these next couple of rings. 2, 3, then it's, nope, 4, and then it's to the other side. So 4 for that left bit, and then it's right, left, right, left. So that's it. So the ring quota is 210. That just means I've got to get 12, so that shouldn't be difficult. And oh my god, grief. Did it just throw the rings everywhere? Did they just say screw it and just scattered the rings? Okay, I need... well, actually, I just... oh, god, 6 Tails. I had enough then. You ran into a bomb. Right, now I've got the ring quota. Can I hold my rings? Oh no, now I have the quota, sorry. Now I don't. No, I do, sorry. Now I don't. Now I need to pick up 5, 3, 2, 1, and I've got it. Be careful, I think there's one more set of bombs. No, that's it. Ladies and gentlemen, may I present to you the mysterious Grey Emerald of Legends. So with that, we now have all the Chaos Emeralds, and we get a reward for this one. We can now change into Super Sonic. Not only do you get a different ending, but you now get a special feature. How do I unlock the feature? Well, you get 50 rings, as I'm about to do, as I'm going to get a huge chunk of here, and for some reason the spring's not being, I'm hitting the roof here. And then I get 15 rings in the next loop here. Sorry for if I hit my mic there. But here we go. I get 50 rings, I jump, and there's Supersonic. Basically, you have the speed shoes and the invincibility power up, so you move faster and you're invulnerable. But you also jump twice as high. And unfortunately, because of the way Supersonic has been structured, he can cause a few glitches. I think we run into one later in a much later stage. Now I'm taking here as another route. There is one more route that goes to a platforming section. Unfortunately, I took the shortcut to get past it. Don't worry, I'm going to create an extra video that shows you the pathways that I missed out. If it's a feature that's talked about in a lot of Sonic games. Now you see this chemical plant zone boss. Basically, he fills his bucket with acid and then he'll try and drop it on you. And of course it's acid, so be careful. And of course these floors are moving, constantly opening and shutting, so you have to avoid jumping onto there when the floor is open, so you don't, you know, fall and die. But anyways, I beat this boss. It's kind of like this boss is where Tails starts to show, where people saying why it gets hard with Tails, because if you just jump on, you can just get into a spot where you just bounce on Eggman's head. If Tails gets a hit before you, there's a chance you'll pass right through him, and then you'll fall. The chance you get through him, and if you're very unlucky, you'll fall into the pit and die. Which ain't fun, but that's why I was being cautious and I wasn't being reckless. Welcome, okay, now into the next act. Welcome to Aquatic Ruin Zone. There's water in this stage, but you'd never know because I'm taking the top route. There is a way you can, the route I'm taking, you can entirely avoid the water in this stage. Oh, watch out for those pillars. Oh, by the way, watch this. Glitch. Until we come out of the leaves, nothing. The hitbox isn't active. Don't ask me why, but it's not. As I was saying, watch out for those pillars. If you pass them, the sensors they'll sense you past them, and then they'll activate. Then they'll shoot an arrow. And of course, even if you touch the other side of the arrows, if you run into the back of the arrows, you're still gonna get hit. Maybe they're covered in poison like they used to do in the medieval days. So, if I fall down there, as Tails just demonstrated, there's water down there, and I just destroyed Grounder. Yes, that's his Grounder, not Burrowbot, Grounder. So these flies are gonna can be so annoying. And they're annoying to hit sometimes. You see there, I was having trouble. Oh, watched it there, I could have got crushed there. I think there's a Grounder coming up. And an arrow, so I was being careful. I'm underwater, and straight into a Grounder. That's nice. So as I was saying, those flies can be really annoying. You also got these like shark guys who will, when they see you, they'll try and make a beeline towards you, but they'll make a beeline in the direction they see you, so you can easily move out the way of them. And of course you got the flies and you got Grounder. That's the only bad next in this stage, and I think these flies are the most annoying, as you'll see in 3, 2, 1, bang. That's twice now I've landed before I've even taken a hit. There's sometimes the reason why I say they're more annoying, because sometimes you'll jump on a spring, and they'll appear right above where the spring is. I know they could say that's a dick move on behalf of Sega for making the game, but still, they can be still really annoying. And there's a bug with the spin dash here. When you're right to the back of the pillar, they won't. You can't spin dash easily. But you know, this is how you're supposed to do it. You're supposed to jump on the arrow that he shoots. We're watching out, by the way, so the tip doesn't hit you. Or you can jump on the Robotnik, or you can jump on the pillars when they're going up and just do what I was doing. You don't have to spin dash, you can just jump into them. I was just spin dashing to show you could. So look at that. We're now through Aquatic Ruin Zone. That wasn't very bad. Again, in Act 1, if you take my route, you can avoid the water. Not so much in the second act. Well, I think you could in the second act, but I took the wrong path. But anyways, I'm rambling on here. So anyways, welcome to Casino Night Zone. You can gamble a lot in these stages because there's slots here, like that one over there. There's a number of icons. You see Tails got the bar icons. You can also get the ring. You also get rings. You can get Tails, Sonic. You can also get, oh, and the big prize, you can also get 3 jackpots. The only thing, the jackpots are even good no matter how you get them, because you can also get jackpot plus another set of things, and the jackpot, on the spikes there, the jackpot adds to the total. So like 3 Sonic heads, I think gives me 30 rings. If I add a jackpot, I believe that it goes up. I think it goes, the ring total would actually go up. Not entirely sure though, because I'd have to spend too much time just trying to figure out the combinations. But the one thing, as for every slot machine, there's a bad bit, and that's Eggman. If you land on 3 Eggmans, you get 100 spike balls hitting you, and you lose 100, and you lose 100 rings for each spike. But 1 ring for each spike ball, so that's 100 rings you lose. But if you get a jackpot, well, say goodbye to even more rings. If you get a jackpot plus Eggman, say goodbye to all of your rings. Even if you have over 100, you're still gonna lose tons. You're gonna lose tons. Say like you had 110 and you got 3 Eggmans, you still have 10 rings. But if you got a jackpot in there, then you're saying goodbye to all of your 110 rings. Yeah, it's very bad. So, Casino Night Zone, I think it's a fun stage, fun gimmick. The enemies in this stage, I only run into one, and I think and you may have saw it earlier. It's the one where it has these bumpers. If you jump on top of him, or go at him in the front, he'll bounce you back or bounce you away. You can only hit him in the backhand. Tails, his sprite's glitching there. That's not how that sprite's supposed to be. I think he's supposed to be in his flying animation, but the way he appeared in the section where the character's supposed to be in their rolling animation. So when Tails spawned in, I think the codings got mixed up, and Tails ended up flying in his ball animation. So anyways, we're now in Casino Night Act 2. So there's the enemy there. He's got that bumper there, and no matter where I hit him, if it's on top or at the front, he'll bounce me back. But if I hit him in the back, I'll be able to destroy him. Generally, I just avoid him because it means spending my time just destroying him, and I don't care. I just race through the level. He does hurt you, but he'll only bounce you in the front if you've got invincibility or supersonic. He'll get hurt otherwise if you go in at the front, and oh god's sakes. Well, there go all my rings. I guess that's what I get for being greedy. And what do I get this time? A Sonic and 2 rings, that's nothing. So I just carry on, because I knew my luck wasn't with me. So now I've got the speeches, I should be going fast, but I'm not. This is the thing, the casino level is, casino street is quite easy because there's hardly any bottomless pits, if any. Because I've never ran into one. The only obstacles you get are probably from those bumper enemies and spikes that are all over the place. And I'm being greedy again. I'm being so greedy. What do I get for my trouble? Yeah, I deserve that. I deserve that. So, I just carry on after I got Eggman. I just clipped right through that. I was going fast enough that I just clipped right through it. And what I'm looking for here is a secret passageway here that leads to another route. Still all goes to the same area, but this one has less traps and a few more rings. Well, you have that enemy down there, but that's besides the point. You could be bounced back, awkward. You could actually get bounced back awkwardly, but I don't. So if you feel you might get nervous, you can just easily destroy him. So here we are in a further part of the stage. This bit could be quite annoying because of those stupid these bumpers here. There we go. So honestly, we've been through how many stages? 3, and I've been having a breeze. Mind you, I've blasted through most of them with supersonic. But all honesty, you will get a challenge from this game. But I've just gotten so used to it, I'm just making this game look like nothing. So here we go, we're now coming up to the boss fight. I think I actually try and beat him legitimately and not abuse supersonic. And I clipped right through him! Shows I think Tails hit him before I hit him. That's what people say when Tails dicks you over, because you end up going right through him and getting hit. So I have to fight him legitimately. And I get hit there. Be careful, because the spike balls, he drops them, they'll explode, and then that will cause 2 projectiles. So basically my tactic is to abuse physics and just roll up and back and forth from side to side, and then jump into Eggman. So it's like, you roll from one end, down, up the other side, and then jump and divert Sonic on the Eggman. You bounce off and go back to the wall, roll back into a ball, and then roll down to the other side. It's fairly simple. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, that's the end of part 2. We're now going to Hilltop Zone in the next part. 2 parts in, and we're actually just coming up to the halfway part. I really do fly through this game. So yeah. Well, anyways, ladies and gentlemen, I'm the Autistic Gamer, and I'll see you all.